Okay, he's a little shy. How about we give him a round of applause?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This isn't Jasper and Reggie.
Jasper and Reggie.
Or as I like to say, hey everyone, Not the Franchise is here! Yeah. What a moment, right?
Yeah, that was great. But we are not who they really want to see.
Oh yeah.
How close are we, team?
We're ready to go.
Ready to go. You guys ready to go? Well, first we're going to do a stream, and then we're going to do the rocket fire. But let's get this show started. Welcome to BillyCon 6.
Real quick, just to make sure, we're ready for the show. Are you guys ready for the show? I don't know if something's going on with me today. I don't think I heard you. Are you guys ready for the show? We won't keep you waiting any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the screen for a special presentation.
I don't know. I'm so lost, man. Why is Matt the Franchise here? I don't know.
Hello everyone and welcome to Pizza Place in a video that will theoretically be somewhere around 4 minutes long. God help us. Alright, where do we start here? On May 17th, 1977, a restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater opened in San Jose, California. Founded by Nolan Bushnell, who is also the co-founder of video game giant Atari, Pizza Time Theater promised audiences three things: pizza, games, and entertainment in the form of animatronic characters. Yes, while dining on some mediocre pizza, guests would be able to look up upon some of their favorite animatronic characters such as Charles Entertainment Cheese and Mr. Munch. But we don't have time to talk about those characters because with the success of this new pizza chain, there were always bound to be competitors. Just 3 years later, in March of 1980, a brand new restaurant chain called Showbiz Pizza Place opened in Kansas City, Missouri. Founded by businessman Robert Block and inventor Aaron Fector, Showbiz Pizza promised audiences three things: pizza, games, and entertainment in the form of animatronic characters. Where have I heard this before? But this band of animatronic characters was far more advanced than anything Pizza Time Theater had put into its restaurants so far. A band so iconic that conventions would be held in their honor. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the Rockafire Explosion. Now, I will be getting into the individual members of the Rockafire Explosion a little bit later today if this video goes over well and I don't get fired, but to put it simply, the Rockafire Explosion consisted of nearly a dozen animatronic characters spread across 3 stages, performing all of today's greatest hits and somehow making them better. The rivalry between Pizza Time Theater and Showbiz Pizza Place gets very complicated over the coming years, but to oversimplify things, both chains get to the point where they're both risking going bankrupt. In fact, Pizza Time Theater did end up declaring bankruptcy in 1984, and these two former rival pizza chains ended up merging in 1985 to form Showbiz Pizza Time Incorporated, a pizza conglomerate, if you will. Business continued as usual for the next 5 years or so, until Showbiz Pizza committed the greatest atrocity against animatronic fans. They removed the Rockafire Explosion. And it wasn't shameless plug, the time's running out. By 1993, all Rockafire Explosion players were successfully converted over to Memphis Metro But then how are we sitting here today in front of a Rock-afire Explosion show? Around the time of concept unification, franchisees had the option to drop their franchise agreement with Showbiz Pizza Place and continue on as their own business venture. A risky move, to be sure, but a risk that Billy Bob's Wonderland was willing to take. So shortly after breaking their franchise agreement and rebranding the Barbersville Showbiz Pizza Place into Billy Bob's Wonderland, they then opened 2 more locations, one in Charleston, West Virginia, and another in Ashland, Kentucky. By 2003, those 2 locations, along with the original Barbersville location, were all consolidated into the building you are sitting in today. Billy Bob's Wonderland has been operating out of this location for 23 years now, and they proudly carry on the legacy of the Rock-afire Explosion as one of the last remaining public shows in the world. There is so much more history to be told, but those are all stories for another day. And look at that, not a minute too soon. Did I do it? Did I get the job? Thank you guys for watching. Not like you had much of a choice. They put this on a screen and you're all trapped there. But if you did enjoy this, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I talk a lot more about all these animatronic characters and go into way more depth than just a 3-minute overview. But if all goes well, I will see you guys in just a little bit with a little more Rock-afire Explosion history. Peace.
Alright. Problem today, huh? As you see, we hired a historian this year, and I want you guys, we're going to have him come back up just a few times throughout these first shows, and I want your guys' opinion. If he does a good job, if he does a bad job, I want to know, okay? So far, how do you think he's doing? Should we have him introduce the first show, you think? Alright, well, I guess we'll do that, and y'all let me know how he does.
Hey look, I'm back. You can't get rid of me that easily. Like I mentioned earlier, the Rock-afire Explosion stage show is made up of nearly a dozen unique animatronic characters, and I think each one of those characters deserves their own spotlight, so that is what we are going to do. And I don't think there's any better place to start off than on stage left. Which, for non-theater people, it's to your right if you're looking at the stage. This will be on the test later. Over on stage left, you'll arrive at Smitty's Super Service Station, a one-stop shop for all your goofy gas-related needs. Here you'll find Showbiz Pizza's very own mascot, Billy Bob Broccoli, who's quite cheekily named after Showbiz Pizza. You can find him strumming his homemade bass guitar and toe-tapping along to some of the Rock-afire's greatest hits, perched alongside his right-hand man, or right-hand bird. Looney Bird was the resident alcoholic bird of the Rock-afire Explosion, his supply of goofy gas contained within his oil drum. In later years, he would go on to create tons of groundbreaking inventions with the new Rock-afire Explosion, but again, that is a story for another day. Maybe if they invite me back next year. Both Billy Bob and Looney Bird were and still are voiced by the creator of the Rock-afire Explosion, Aaron Beckler, honor to introduce the bear of the hour and the bird of the century. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Billy Bob Broccoli and his pal.